Hello everyone, and happy 4th of July if you celebrate. Fun fact, the 4th of July is actually my birthday, so today is my birthday, and it's really convenient because it's on a Tuesday this year, which is my usual upload day. So today I wanted to bring you a little something different. I actually am not sure if any other narrators have ever done something like this. I know that there's scary 4th of July stories, but I don't know if anyone's ever narrated horrific firework incidents. So that's what I'm going to bring you guys today. This is a combination of news reports and some personal accounts I found on Reddit. I urge you all, if you're celebrating the 4th of July today, please be safe if you are using fireworks. They can be very dangerous if you don't know what you're doing. Thank you all for watching this video and helping me celebrate my birthday. I hope you all have a wonderful holiday if you're celebrating, and if you're not, I hope you just have a wonderful day. Enjoy the video. Now, let's get creepy. The Simi Valley Fireworks Incident. In a 2013 incident in Simi Valley, Southern California, a fireworks display quickly went wrong as 39 people were injured when fireworks began to explode within the crowd. Children as young as 17 months and adults as old as 78 received an assortment of wounds from flying shrapnel and subsequent trampling during the mass exodus out of the park. Out of the 39, 12 proved to be children, while 3 remained hospitalized after the incident. Police officials reported that the accident was most likely caused by a firework exploding prematurely in its mortar, knocking over a rack filled with other fireworks and causing them to scatter and explode among the audience. While no one was seriously injured, many were left shaken by the event. Paulina Mulkern, a spectator who experienced some burns, told Huffington Post, "I was really terrified. Every time someone launched a firework, it got me into panic mode, and they just told me, ignore the sounds around you, concentrate on your breathing." Similarly, many others reported experiencing 4th of July shell shock after the event. Whether or not they watched fireworks displays again after the incident is hard to tell, but I know that if it were me, I certainly would not. A San Jose man loses his right hand and most of the left. In a 2014 accident in Northern California, 40-year-old Alazar Ortiz lost his right hand and most of his left due to defective illegal fireworks. The LA Times reported that Ortiz was trying to put on a personal display for his family in his driveway when a mortar-style firework exploded right in his hands.
"I didn't know what I had left,"
Ortiz said to San Jose Mercury News.
"So I tried to move my fingers and I went, wow, I don't have any fingers."
Doctors were forced to amputate Ortiz's right hand, while being able to salvage 2 fingers on his left. The San Jose resident formerly worked as a construction worker and was subsequently put out of a job due to the incident. Injuries to the hand are common on the 4th of July. Someone is either holding a firework too long, or they're picking them up after they've been lit. Or sometimes, if it looks like a dud, someone will go and pick it up after it's been lit. Holding a firework is an almost guaranteed way to hurt yourself, and no one should touch a firework after it's been ignited. A man is decapitated in Fargo. 41-year-old North Dakota resident Jesse William Burley literally lost his head on the 4th of July in 2011. The father of 2 was lighting fireworks at Riviera Heights Mobile Home Park, while neighbor Chris Hansen watched in terror. Hansen reported to police that he left his home when he heard Burley light off one firework that caused a huge bang and watched on as he went into the middle of the street to light another.
"Within 10 seconds of us talking to him, he lit it and all we saw was a cloud of smoke and a bang,"
Hansen said to NBC News.
"When I walked up to his body, it was nothing but his shoulders down."
Authorities are still not sure whether Burley's handling of the fireworks caused the accident, or whether it was a manufacturing error. A 19-year-old dies when a firework hits him in the face. Recent newlywed and new father Austin MacLeod was celebrating the 4th in 2011 with family and friends when a firework display went terribly wrong. According to Daily Mail, the native of Shiatuk, Oklahoma, went to light an elaborate multi-shelled firework that was supposed to send many different projectiles soaring into the air. However, once MacLeod ignited the fuse, the fireworks exploded on the ground, hitting him both in the face and throat. Authorities believe the fireworks were misfired at the time they hit MacLeod because another nearby person was hit as well. When family members called 911 and EMTs arrived on the scene, MacLeod was already without a pulse. He unfortunately died on the way over to the hospital, says medical professionals involved in the incident, leaving behind an 18-year-old wife, 1 stepson, and a 2-year-old son of his own. A teen goes blind in one eye. During a firework incident, actually unrelated to the 4th of July, a UK teen was severely maimed by a firework. The 14-year-old boy was playing with friends in a Manchester park when an unidentified man launched a firework rocket directly at the boy. When hit, the boy collapsed as his friends quickly called for help. Once the boy arrived at a nearby hospital, doctors struggled to save his eye, but in the end could not, leaving him blind on one side. What's more, authorities are saying this was a deliberate attack. After the man had launched the firework at the teen, he was seen fleeing the park.
This is an inexplicably savage attack, and I have to say that while it is tragic that this boy has been blinded in one eye, it is also fortunate that nobody was killed,
said Detective Constable John Marsh to Mirror. The assailant's motives are still unknown. We lived in the country, so I had put aside $50 to buy fireworks with. I was popping firecrackers, and my mom's husband, who is 10 years older than me, heard me popping firecrackers. He comes out of the house so drunk he can't really see. He lights off a pack of 100 firecrackers and throws it. With his drunken aim, they arch up in the sky and land behind one lens of my glasses. My left eye socket swelled up to about 3 times its normal size, and I couldn't see out of it. Since this is not city limits, there wasn't an ambulance, and I had to call my girlfriend to come take me to the emergency room. Since it was the 4th of July, the doctors were apathetic.
I'm not looking at that,
said the doctor.
You have to go to the Brady Green,
halfway across town. To top it off, he says I have to take an ambulance since he already talked to me. So I got an eye patch and a $250 ambulance bill for the 4th of July. Some dipshit threw a small firework into the lap of a girl that went to my high school. Blew her finger off. She was a musician. My nephew's dad was throwing artillery shells just 2 days ago, and the booster went off in his hand. It was so hot it melted his hand shut around it. Then the shell itself went off. Watching fireworks from the beach at the Jersey Shore, they were being set off on a barge. The finale was early and super spectacular. Everyone was howling and cheering and clapping. I was like, this doesn't seem right, 'cause a lot of the fireworks were going off to the side and into the ocean, instead of up. Afterward, we went to a nearby bar and saw on the news there had been a disaster on the barge, and the whole thing had caught fire and blown up at once, and the dudes setting them off had jumped into the water to save themselves. This didn't happen to me, but one of the people in the group I was doing fireworks with for the city. He set off a mortar and it went off in the tube. It hit a woman with sharp metal and broke her arm. The mortars by code should have been sandbagged, but we figured the guy knew what he was doing. Oh, just so you know, this happened to be the mayor's wife. A few years later, under the same supervisor, One of the mortars landed in the crowd and injured a bunch of people. One little girl lost part of her leg. I don't think that guy supervised doing fireworks anymore after that. Two cousins of mine had a firecracker fight when I was younger. One of them landed in the other's pocket, setting off all the firecrackers in it. He didn't lose the leg, but he lost a good chunk of flesh and couldn't play football again. I'm ashamed I shared genes with those idiots. The owner of my favorite local bar was volunteering for a city fireworks display several years ago, and there was some sort of accident that did terrible damage to his leg, and he died as a result of the injury. I also had a friend throw a firecracker at me a couple years back, and it exploded very near my right ear, resulting in some slight hearing loss on that side. I'm a musician, and I value my hearing very much. I'm still pretty pissed about that. I let other people light off fireworks now, and I make sure to stand the hell back.